Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. So Philadelphia will get the first possession. Now here's Iverson. Throws it up. Here's Harper. They set the pick. Back to Nowitzki. Defended by Cheeks. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Harper. From deep. Rebound by the 76ers. Now Irving. Iverson outside. Now here's Chamberlain. Here's Cheeks. Outside Irving. The jump hook. Cunningham inside. Cunningham gets the bucket.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Back to Bradley. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And it's good. And here's Irving. There's a good screen. And stolen by Nowitzki. Here's Harper. And the layup is good.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Here's Cheeks. Iverson outside. Iverson left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stolen away. Pass to Harper. Nowitzki up top. No one near him. Again, the Mavericks score.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Here's Cheeks. And here is Iverson. Iverson outside. 6 on the shot clock. There's the pick. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. Here's Harper. Pass to Aguirre. Iverson covering. Fires from 14. Off the left rim and out. Here's Philadelphia. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Cheeks. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. It's stolen by Bradley. Here's Harper. Pass to Aguirre. Now here's Nowitzki. The 3. Here's Aguirre. And he gets it to go.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Here is Cunningham. From down low. Cunningham inside. The Mavericks leading. Here's Harper. Gives him the lead pass. And the shot is good from Nowitzki.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Here's Iverson. Pass to Cheeks. And they call an illegal screen here. Now the Mavericks with it. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Back to Nowitzki. Here's Harper. Here's Aguirre. Such a wide open look. He's got 6.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Iverson outside. Pass to Cheeks. Just 5 on the clock. The kick out to Irving. The 76ers with another miss.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Blackman, and he gets it to go.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
Timeout called the 76ers. Cheeks. Count that one.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
Pass to Harper. Here is Aguirre. Another three for Dallas.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Here's Cheeks. And here's Irving. Iverson outside. Pass to Chamberlain. Guarded by Bradley. Fades away. Here's Chamberlain. And yes, sir, that one drops. And so it's Dallas with 9-point game. Here is Aguirre. Makes it off the glass. He's got 11.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Here is Cunningham. It's stolen by Bradley. Sinks that one from the post. And here we go with Maurice Cheeks. Iverson outside. And he gets it to go. Here's Harper. Blackman. It's Cunningham with the rebound.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Pass to Iverson. Here's Cheeks. Here is Cunningham. Cunningham inside. And he gets it to go. Here's Harper. And here is Nowitzki. Nowitzki left side. Pass to Harper. Shot clock at 6. Soft touch off the glass. Here's Cheeks. Iverson. Here's Cheeks. Now Chamberlain tries from 7. And it's Harper with the rebound. Here's the screen. Pass to Aguirre. Here's Harper. Here's Harper. Now here's Nowitzki. He's covered by Irving. Nowitzki left side. Aguirre. All 3 off the mark. Now Irving. Iverson with the ball. Iverson outside. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Here's Collins. Shot clock at 5. And that one's good. Simmons.
Number 20.
Now Kidd. 9-point game. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put an extra body on him. Get some help when he barrels his way in close. He's such a good finisher. He needs more than one guy to defend him.
Haywood no good on the free throw. Iguodala outside. Pass to Collins. Here's Simmons. They set the pick. Here's Collins. Collins, good.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Chandler outside. And so it's Dallas with it. They have a 9-point lead. Finley. Back to Nash. Pass to Kidd. Clock at 6. Left side Kidd. Nash outside. Off target with his 3.
Well, the defense recognized how dangerous he is out there and got right up on him. Didn't give him any space.
Here's Simmons. Here's Collins. McGinnis. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Here's Nash. Takes a shot at the elbow. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Here's Philadelphia. They trail by 9 points. Here's Collins. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
How about that, going up strong? I mean, he doesn't care how much height he's giving up. It's attitude with him.
There's the pick. Outside Kidd. Out to Nash. Back to Kidd. And the Mavericks with possession here. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And so here is Philadelphia. 7-point differential. Here's Simmons. Pass to Collins. Here's McGinnis. Cuts off the pass. Finley. And that does it for the first quarter. The Mavericks on top. And the second quarter will get... Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs? Now, here's Nash. 5 on the clock. Goes up from the top of the key and misses it off the right side of the rim. And the 76ers with possession. Pass to Hawkins. Here's Collins. McGinnis tries to keep it alive. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Five to shoot. Iguodala, right side. Shoots it. Can't nail the jumper. The Mavericks leading. Nash with it. They set the screen. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. And the 76ers with possession. Now here's Iguodala. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. And the 76ers making a change here. Here comes Steve Nash. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. To the paint, Haywood fades and shoots. That is good. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin. That finish brings me back to the old days, the silky smooth finger roll.
Pass to Nash. Doncic lets it go with the 3. And Steve Nash with the 3. 7 points in the game.
That's his first triple of the game. It was a dry first half for him from long range.
Here is Hawkins. Iguodala with it. 5 on the clock. Pass to Collins. Launches it. Here's Dawkins. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
And you know what? He is also relentless on the boards. He works as hard on his rebounding as anybody you're going to see.
There's the screen. Here's Nash. Back to Chandler. Pass to Hawkins. With the floater. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Nash outside. Doncic. Here is Haywood. And here's Nash. Here's the 3. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. The 76ers making a switch here. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And the 76ers call time here. Outside Irving. Iverson outside. 6 to shoot. Iverson right side. Pass to Harper. For 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And here is Iverson. Outside Irving. Pocket 6. Embiid. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Doncic. Backed in off the glass. Here's Iverson. There's a screen. Iverson left side. Pass to Cheeks. Good. Back to Bradley. Doncic. Harper's shot. Good.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Here comes Iverson. Outside Irving. Back to Iverson. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Cheeks. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. And so it's Dallas with it. They have a 9-point lead. Here's Harper. Here is Aguirre. High arcing shot. Aguirre, good. Now Iverson. Pass to Cheeks. Shot clock at 6. They get the rebound. And the Mavericks with possession here. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Dallas calls timeout. The 76ers making a switch here. Puts it up from 12. Nowitzki with it. Pass to Harper. Shot clock at 5. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in. He's got 9.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Here's Iverson. They set the pick. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Here's Harper. He's got 9. And they're pushing it up. Pass to Chamberlain. Can't hit. Here's Harper. Now here's Nowitzki. And the shot is good from Nowitzki.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Here's Cheeks. He has 6. Iverson outside. Here is Cunningham. On target from 13 feet. He has 6. The Mavericks leading. Here's Harper. Pass to Aguirre. And it's Dallas with another.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Here's Cheeks. Back to Chamberlain. Now, here is Irving. The jump hook, and that one's good. Here's Harper. Pass to Aguirre. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Here's Cheeks. Outside Irving. Iverson outside. There's the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. 8 points for him.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Here's Harper. Pass to Aguirre. Lackman. And the space there, but it's offline. 76ers trailing. Outside Irving. And here's Chamberlain. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
Nowitzki right side. Pass to Harper. Plenty of space. Good, he hits the jump shot.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
They set the pick. Here's Irving. Cunningham. Blocked. Another block. Here is Aguirre. He's got 15. Pass to Nowitzki. Here's Harper. Here's Harper. Ball's not loose. Here's Cheeks. He's got 6. Here's Iverson. That is good. 10 points for him.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Pass to Harper. Lackman. Here is Aguirre. Another 3 for Dallas.
That's how you extend the lead. I mean, they have tremendous confidence going for them right now, and that confidence is leading to some excellent shooting.
Here's Harper. He's got 11. Pass to Aguirre. Here's Harper. Good! And here is Iverson. 10 points for him. Here's the break. Here's Harper. Rips down the breakaway slam. Throws it from deep. Shot misses. And that concludes the first half. Mavericks ahead. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. So it's the Mavericks now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Aguirre. He's covered by Irving. Shoots, and it's Dallas with another.
You know, something else with him, you can't forget about his skill as a pull-up shooter. I mean, you give him too much room, and he won't hesitate for a second to raise up and spray you with that J.
Here's the screen. Pass to Chamberlain. Irving with the ball. Picked away. Pushing it up. Blackman. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand. Here's Cheeks. Second half rolling along now. About a minute play here. Now Chamberlain. Iverson. Back to Chamberlain. Pass to Iverson. 4 on the clock. Swiped it away. Blackman is up. Finishes the break with a slam. And the 76ers call time here. And here we go with Maurice Cheeks. He's got 6. Outside Irving. Iverson up top. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Makes the lead pass. And that one's good by Chamberlain.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Pass to Aguirre. Nowitzki. And the shot is good from Nowitzki. Here's Cheeks. The shot no good. Blackman. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Harper. He's got 15. And the shot is good from Nowitzki.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams and their effectiveness from the three-point line.
Here's Irving. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Pass to Chamberlain. The steal. Here's Harper. Wide open look. And Dallas again with the bucket.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Here's Cheeks. He has 6. And here's Irving. Outside Irving. Clock at 6. Can they get it? Mavericks with the rebound.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
It's Cunningham with the rebound. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Cheeks. Blocked.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Pass to Aguirre. The putback. The follow-up jam.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
And Philadelphia has possession. Here's Cheeks. Iverson with the ball. Cunningham. Here is Cunningham. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. That's good. He's got 13.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Blackman. Here's Harper. They grab their own miss. Pass to Aguirre. Moves back up. And he lays it up and in. He's got 22.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. This shooting has been off the charts.
Now Iverson. Here's Cheeks. He's got 6. Oh, he's going for the alley-oop here. Here's Harper. And here are the Mavericks now. Pass to Aguirre. It's good from long range.
This guy is simply having a great game from outside.
And so here is Philadelphia. Iverson outside. Here is Cunningham. And counting. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And some changes here for the 76ers. Nash with it. He's got 7. There's the pick. Leads him in there. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Well, they couldn't hook up there on what's really a pretty basic pass.
And the 76ers making a change here. Here is Hawkins. Pass to McGinnis. Working on Haywood. Here is Hawkins. Here's McGinnis. Now here's Nash. Haywood. The layup off target. Pass to Hawkins. Here's Collins. McGinnis working on Haywood. From the baseline. Good on the shot.
Good job pulling the trigger when the defense opened up for him. He had an opportunity, took advantage of it.
And here is Kidd. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Nash. Connects from three-point range.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Now Iguodala. Here's Simmons. And it's blocked. Pass to Collins. Second chance shot. No luck. Here are the Mavericks now. Kidd with it. Chandler with the ball. And it's thrown down hard with both hands. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Pass to Hawkins. And that one goes long. And here's Nash. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. Now here's Chandler. Back to Nash. And here is Kidd. 6 to shoot. Shoots. Can't get it to go. Here's Simmons. Pass to Collins. Here's Simmons. Here is Hawkins. Here is Hawkins. Top of the key. And that one's good. Now here's Nash. And the Mavericks call time here. Outside Kidd. There's a screen. Here is Haywood. Lock at 6. He's guarded by Collins. Poke loose. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands too.
Here's Philadelphia. And here is Iguodala. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Pass to Collins. Now Iguodala. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Now Kidd. drops in the layup off the glass.
Good possession there, resulting in the easy one down low.
Here's Hawkins. Pass to Collins. Here is Hawkins. Here's Collins. McGinnis. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. Kidd with it. They set the pick with the lead pass. And here's the fast break. Here's Simmons. Hawkins. And he gets it to go. He's got 6. Guys, they have a really solid lead at this point.
You know, definitely that's the case. I mean, there hasn't been much resistance at all.
Now, here's Nash. 10 points for him. Outside Kidd. Shot clock at 6. Left side Kidd. The Mavericks rebound. Ripped away. And they're running. Here's Simmons. Andre Iguodala with the slam. And here is Kidd. Pulls it from the elbow. That's good.
And Steve, very few players have his finishing ability. We see him get a lot of and ones because even if he draws hard contact, he is able to play through that and typically score.
Here's Simmons. Pass to Collins. Goes up the baseline. McGinnis. And he dunks it down. Now here's Nash. Now Kidd. Right side Kidd. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Good if it goes. Can't get it to go. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Mavericks on top. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Now Iguodala. Pass to Dawkins. Kicks it out to Iguodala. That's tipped. Just 5 on the clock. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
So it's the Mavericks now. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Pass to Aguirre. Lets it fly from 18. And Dallas again with the bucket.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Here's Simmons. Lets it go from 11. No good from Simmons.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Hawkins. Here's Dawkins. Here's Simmons. All alone. Buries the jump shot. Kidd with it. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Mashburn. 6 on the shot clock. Another 3 for Dallas. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Pass to Hawkins. Here's Simmons. Kidd with the steal. And they're on the break. Puts the lead pass in front of him. It's hauled in by Hawkins. Simmons. Hawkins. Here's Simmons. Embiid. And that one's on target from the wing.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Now here's Kidd. Pass to Nowitzki. Mashburn. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Dallas with another.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Here's Dawkins. Here's Hawkins. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going. Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The 76ers making a switch here. Clark, it would take a major comeback for them to get back into this game.
You know, the chances, Kevin, of that happening are extremely slim.
Back to Iverson. It's blocked. Here is Aguirre. Pass to Harper. Here is Aguirre. Here is Aguirre. A 3-ball. Another 3 for Dallas.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Here's Cheeks. Here's Irving. And there's a nice one-handed slam. Here's Harper. Pass to Nowitzki. Here's Harper. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And that one falls for Harper. And the 76ers making a change here. And Harper drops them both. Here's Cheeks. And with Iverson on the wing. Iverson left side. Sweet little floater.
You know, the teardrop sometimes is one of those, oh no, oh yeah shots.
Here's Harper. Pass to Bradley. Left side, Bradley. And the shot is good. Here's Cheeks. Outside Irving. Here's Cheeks. Here is Cunningham. He's working on Nowitzki. Off target with the jump hook.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Blackman and Dallas again with the bucket.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
Here comes Mo Cheeks. Pass to Cunningham. Here's Cheeks. Here is Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. Chamberlain laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Blackman. Here's Harper. Nowitzki outside. Pass to Aguirre. 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by Wilt Chamberlain. Here's Philadelphia. Irving with the ball. Here's Cheeks. Back to Irving. He lobs it up. Here's Harper. Pass to Nowitzki. Gives him the lead pass. Now here's Bradley. Can't cash in from close range. And here is Iverson. Outside Irving. Here's Cheeks. 6 to shoot. Iverson outside. Fires for 3. Chamberlain. The tip in on the offensive rebound.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Pass to Harper. They set the screen. Off the screen. Here's Nowitzki. No one on him, and he makes the easy one.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Iverson left side. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here is Aguirre. He's covered by Irving. Pass to Harper. Drills it from outside. 23 points in the game.
A wide-open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Here's Cheeks. Now Irving. Here's Cheeks.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
And the Mavericks call time here. Here's Harper. Pass to Bradley. Here's Harper. Just 5 to shoot. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 25 points in the game.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this high.
And the 76ers call time here. Pass to Cunningham. Here's Cheeks. There's a good screen. Here's Cheeks. 5 on the clock. Here's Cunningham. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. 24 points for him. Here's Harper. Right side Bradley. And Irving pulls it down. And so here is Philadelphia. Right side, Irving. Chamberlain backing down. Pass to Cheeks. Outside, Irving. Off on the layup.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
Here's Harper. Nowitzki with it. Nowitzki right side. Blackman. Again the miss by the Mavericks.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Pass to Iverson. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Here comes Harper. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here is Aguirre. Fires, high post. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Now Iverson. Puts up a 3. Iverson left side. So we see the Mavericks